So we're about to record a new podcast, and Jake doesn't know I'm doing this bit, but I think he's just gone for a poo. So, hello again. We're here recording another podcast. That is myself, Rich.
Hello, and Jake.
And Jake there as well. Now, this week we thought we would talk films. Films.
Wow, that's my specialist subject there, Richard.
Yes, it is there, Jacob, with a K.
With a K.
With a K.
Please, if you're going to send me fan mail, with a K, please.
Have you had any fan mail since doing this?
I've had buggery. I haven't had any mail since I've had this, like, just normal mail. Like, my bank used to send me letters, but I think they hate me so much now that they've just refused.
I've had
to
mail.
send me letters. Oh, for me?
No, it was from Tesco saying my club card had been cut off because I hadn't used it.
I thought, do you ever owe money to a club card? I thought it was like a Visa or like a loan.
Imagine? No.
Imagine.
But anyway, yeah, so we're going to talk
this is
films.
About films.
This is about
films.
films.
So this is Jake's specialist subject.
And my worst.
Yeah, you're awful.
Right, I'll tell you how bad I am.
Here we go.
And we can do this very quickly now because I know a little bit later on we've got a game you've got planned. But this is something I always say to people, and they're like, "Oh, you don't know films?" I'm like, name a film that I should have seen that's an absolute classic, and I can guarantee you I've not seen it.
Shawshank Redemption.
Never seen it.
Oh my god.
Told you the first one. Not
IMDb
seen
number
it.
one. It's IMDb number one
Is it?
film of all time. Yeah.
I am trying to get better. I am, but.
And he does that by watching the Rocky films, by the way.
Which I still haven't completed since the last podcast.
I'm not one... You still haven't done it?
No.
You still haven't got past the first bloody film. But
wait a minute. I've watched an hour and 10 minutes.
That frustrates me.
That was 3 weeks ago.
Let's just... I'm going to point this out for a start, right? There must be other people who feel my pain here. That once you start a film... The idea of not finishing that film is like poison coursing through your veins. It's not even a thing that happens.
But I think I was watching it and something really important happened, like the phone rang or I had to make sandwiches for the next day. I don't know. I can't honestly remember why I stopped watching it.
Makes me feel sick.
But the type of films I like are terrible.
Here we go.
I always say...
So basically, if everybody can imagine Nicolas Cage in a film...
One of my favourite actors.
That will be Rich's favourite film. There you go.
My type of films are crap storyline, terrible storyline, as many action heroes as you can fit in, and as much stuff blowing up, and I'll watch it.
Expendables.
Like, I've got the platinum copy of it. I swear.
The thing is, Expendables, Transformers, and Gone in 60 Seconds.
Incredible.
Your 3 favourite films.
Yeah.
I know this. I know this about you.
The weird thing is, I can't even pick an order. They're all, to me, incredible.
So good. And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pops in. And
that's just gone to the top of the pile.
Well, Rich is a big fan of the TMNT.
The TMNT.
TMNT. I can always shorten stuff.
I know, you did pretty well there.
I'm
impressed.
W.
Who?
I did pretty well.
Oh.
What's up?
D. O-D. Oh dear.
Good. Two words. But yeah, no, Rich is good. Is a big fan of the TMNT because he was around when they were first drawn.
Drawn?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wasn't.
How dare you know in the 80s, yeah.
So I never mentioned this at the time, but last year I got Netflix.
No way.
Yeah, I did. At one point I had the American Netflix.
Oh my gosh.
Which I was in America, obviously.
Yeah. It is in Chessington that they have in America.
I watched a whole documentary about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as well.
Yes, no, I remember.
That's how sad I am.
I remember you telling me about it.
It was incredible.
As if I was
interested. You need to watch it.
No, it's yeah.
Well, you seemed interested at the time.
Yeah, I'm an actor. So it's what I do, darling. So
I'll tell you what. Before we carry on, though.
Yeah.
I always people talk to me about certain films. Now, one I know we'll talk about later. I've not seen Star Wars, but whenever people are always shocked that I've not seen it, but I always reply with, "I like my films realistic." Do you know what I mean? I like them a bit realistic, and it's shot in space with all these laser guns and light up magical swords.
Laser guns, everyone.
Yeah, laser
He said
guns.
laser guns.
You heard.
Yeah.
And like, so I like my films realistic.
Yeah.
Then I have to stop myself, and I remember that one of my most favourite films, 1 and 2 in particular, my favourite films are Transformers. Now, they are in no way realistic because
So
they are
realistic.
robots that come from outer space that can turn into cars.
If you're telling me that that's not realistic, though, I will call you a liar, sir.
I'll be honest, I wish it was realistic.
Imagine.
Hey, I'll tell you what I've just remembered. No, this has just popped
He
into my
literally
head.
physically jumped then.
Yeah, I
people.
did. I left my chair.
He did.
Yesterday,
Yeah.
I was driving. Well, I wasn't driving. I was a passenger. We were coming back from miles away. What goes past me on the other side of the road? Optimus Prime. I'm not kidding. I've just remembered it
No.
now. A lorry done out as Optimus Prime drove past.
Imagine.
I wept like a child. I was so excited. But the weird thing
I
was,
was wondering why I got a tear-filled phone call at midnight.
Guess who I've just seen?
No, you couldn't even get words out. It was just blubbering down the phone, and I thought he's seen a Transformer.
It was
I knew
like
it.
it was. I got. What do they call it when you get when you meet a celebrity and you're a bit what
You're fangirling.
fangirling?
Fangirl.
No,
You're fangirling.
I've never heard
So
of
like
that in my life.
when you get beyond excitement over a
No,
celebrity,
I
you
can't.
fangirl.
Oh dear.
Like, oh, fanning yourself, and it's nothing to
Well,
do
you-
with fanning yourself, by the way.
You clearly done it quite a lot.
Well, of course. Any
Why?
celebrity. I met Aha once, and I almost fainted, for goodness sake.
I can't remember.
And they're an
what,
80s band who released
I
what,
love
like 2
A-ha.
good songs?
They released a whole good album.
Did they?
Yes.
Name the album.
I haven't got a clue.
Oh, knew it.
I'm trying to think what the Starstruck. There we go. That's what I was trying to think of. Starstruck. I saw Optimus Prime on the motorway, and I was starstruck.
Okay.
There we go. That's the end of that story.
Good. Right, 7 minutes down, and we finally got to the end of that story. Should we do our game now?
Oh yeah. So we're gonna play a game. Jake,
Okay.
You explain.
Okay, so the aim of the game. Rich is dreadful at films. Admit it yourself.
No, I'm pretty good.
He's awful. So,
I had a blockbuster
never seen
card.
Star Wars, never seen Lord of the Rings, and never seen Harry Potter.
I've
So-
never even read Harry Potter.
We're gonna.
That's bad, isn't
You
it? I've
can
not even
also
read it.
say that you've never read Lord of the Rings because that was a book first. The thing is, he doesn't even know that Lord of the Rings was a book first. This is right. This is what we're gonna try and break
I know
down.
who wrote it.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wasn't it Roald Dahl? I'm kidding.
You're kidding.
I haven't got a clue
I
who wrote it.
literally tilted my head in
Wait a minute.
disbelief there.
Was Star Wars a book then first?
No.
Okay.
Okay. J.R.R. Tolkien
Yeah.
wrote Lord of the Rings.
Right. And what about?
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling.
Oh, I knew that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that one because I've
Yeah.
seen her on the news.
Good.
Good. But so
Probably CNN.
when I was at school,
Yeah.
I'm not a big reader. I try, but
You've
signposts.
shocked the nation with that.
Signposts
really.
is about all I manage.
Yeah.
I
Barely do
thought.
that right.
I know. Sense of direction is terrible.
Mm.
Mainly because I can't read the signpost. But I thought I'll give this Harry Potter book a go.
Mm.
I thought a lot of people are reading it. I'll give it a go. Problem was, I started on how many books are there?
Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. What, 7, 8?
Okay. So I started on book 3. And I got-
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah, why not? And
That is book 3.
and I got to chapter 5,
Oh.
and it changed scenario, and I got lost. And so
I have no idea what you mean by change scenario.
change scene. Like everything made sense.
So
up
one
till
chapter went
5.
into
Yeah, yeah,
chapter.
yeah. Was it?
And you got far too confused.
Yeah.
And then left it.
Well, I took it back to the library,
Well, of course.
the school library.
it was the orange reading level, and you were not even close to green. So.
I was still reading Billy Blue Hat. That's what we had to read when I was at school. We had Billy Blue Hat. There was, I can't remember anymore. That's it.
Billy Blue Hat.
It was a very long time ago. Anyone that's my age, friends from back home, like I've
Anybody
got
from your anybody that is your age is dead. So
not yet.
let's have a look. So
on
we're
then.
gonna play a game.
Yeah,
we're
go
gonna
on,
play
sorry.
a game. So Rich doesn't know what Harry Potter is. Rich doesn't know what Lord of the Rings is.
No.
Rich does not know what Star Wars is, which baffles me, makes me sick,
Yeah.
down to my very stomach. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask Rich a couple of questions as to who these characters are.
Yeah.
And then ask a little bit about them.
Okay.
So we're going to give you a name, Rich, and you're going to tell me what film they're from originally and what role that they play.
Right, I'll give it a go.
And then we're gonna ask a few questions, and for the Star Wars fans, for the Lord of the Rings fans, for the Harry Potter fans, I do believe that this would be quite enjoyable. So,
all right. So before we start,
yes,
can you introduce this like it's a proper game show on like the radio or on the television or whatever? What have you got a name for it to start with?
I've got a name for it. Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay. Go on then. And hang on, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up next, we have a game show hosted by Jake Kearns.
It's Harry's Ring of War. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Harry's Ring of War. I am your host, Jacob T. Kearns. The T stands for Tiberius because I am Star Trekking, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. So
That's a reference I don't get.
no, exactly. This is infuriating me already. This is brilliant.
So sorry.
The first name
Is.
So, do you understand the rules of the game?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a name.
Yeah.
You're going to tell me what film it's from.
Yeah.
And you're going to tell me what role they play.
Right.
Then I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about them.
Okay.
And we'll see where it goes.
All right.
Okay, first name.
Yes.
Count Dooku.
Who?
Count Dooku.
Right. Okay.
What film is he from?
Count Dooku.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, that sounds like it's from a kid's cartoon.
Okay.
Count Duckula has popped into my head. I'm guessing
Good.
he's not
Okay.
a duck.
We don't know.
Oh,
We don't
could
know.
be.
We have no idea whether he's a duck or a human.
But I genuinely have no idea.
Okay.
All right. So Count Dooku.
Uh-huh.
Right, which feels weird to even say it.
Yeah. So is he from Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Star Wars?
Count Dooku. I would say he's got to be from Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Okay.
And I have no idea if I got that right. or
Okay,
not.
that's fine. That's fine. So Count Dooku's from
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
What does he do? What's his role?
I believe. What's his role? He's got, surely with a name like that, he's got to live on top of a mountain.
Okay, he's literally got to.
Yeah,
He's got to live on top of the mountain.
He's got a castle on a mountain.
Okay.
And I believe it was because the one thing I do know about Lord of the Rings is it's a journey from A to B to take a ring back.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if they got the receipt for it or
regaining a virginity.
what. But my guess
of course,
would be
yeah.
it was Count Dooku's ring. And he's put it out there that he'd quite like it back.
Of course. So he's sent out a letter.
Yeah.
He's sent out some sort of email.
Yeah, well, no.
Perhaps an email in service.
Yeah, but isn't it set in the past? So it was probably a telegram.
yeah. It's definitely a telegram.
Okay.
So what sort of powers does Count Dooku have? Obviously,
Powers?
apart from the foresight of telegramification. I
Right.
don't know.
Well, well, because I know the film's fantasy.
Yeah.
All right. It's not my kind of film because it's not realistic.
Imagine. Yeah, no, it's crazy.
there's
Not
no-
like those Transformers.
No, there's no Chevrolet that can transform into a robot called
Yeah.
Bumblebee.
No.
I reckon his powers is all that's come into my head. Is one of those mirrors that you can talk to? You know that you can then see. Like, is it Snow White?
So
mirror on the wall.
So your idea of Count Dooku's power in
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
by the way, is that he is a magic mirror.
Yeah. No, he's got a magic mirror.
Oh, he's got a magic mirror.
Yeah, man, if you're going to play this, get it right.
So he's got a magic mirror, and
Yeah.
that's how he sends all the messages out to the...
Yeah, because the
Maybe
internet's
that.
not been invented yet.
Wonderful. No, that's
Can you tell
enough.
me if I'm right?
That's enough.
Come on,
Do I
please.
tell you if you're right
I'd
now?
like to know.
Absolutely so wrong. Count Dooku's from Star Wars.
Oh.
And he's the Emperor who is before Emperor Palpatine.
Who?
Doesn't matter.
All right, moving
What's
on.
the point? What's the point in me explaining this to you?
Moving on.
Right, next question.
Yes.
Next person. Keat Fisto.
What?
Keat Fisto.
Keat.
Keat Fisto.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Keat Fisto.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Now, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. Go.
Okay, Harry Potter.
You think Keat Fisto is from Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Okay. What does he do? What's his role?
When you first said his name, Keat Fisto,
Mm.
I first thought you'd said Keep Fit.
Okay.
So I imagine in Harry Potter's land, he's like,
You heard it here first.
I know that Harry
folks.
Potter.
Harry Potter's land.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
They've got one.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about the story. I know he's a wizard, and I know he goes to school. So I imagine
Harry Potter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not Keep Fit Man. I imagine he's like the gym instructor.
No, you don't. That's not what you think. That's not what you
That's
think.
the first thing that came to my head, though, when you said the name.
Absolutely no. Keep Fisto. That's brilliant. Okay, we'll move on.
Am I right or wrong?
You're absolutely wrong.
Okay, so
Keep Fisto is from Star Wars again. He's a green tentacled dreadlock
Star
fella.
Wars.
All right, fine. This one's not from Star Wars, or maybe it is. Emperor Lurtz.
Who?
Emperor Lurtz.
Emperor Lurtz.
A lot of people question whether he's an emperor. I know he's an emperor because I have the toy that says he's an emperor.
Is it still mint in box?
No.
Okay.
He's covered in felt tip. Red felt tips. There's blood everywhere.
Hang on. Right, okay, what's his name again?
Emperor Lurtz.
Now, I know you said it wasn't Star Wars, but I think that was a red herring. And I'm going to go with Star Wars.
Or a Keep Fisto. A red herring.
Yeah.
So you're going to say Star Wars?
Yeah, I'm going
Now,
with
what
Star
does he
Wars.
do with Star Wars?
Well, he's an emperor. Come on.
Of course.
It's like the
Of
killer whale.
course.
The name is in the title.
Yes. Okay. Like, what is he an emperor of?
Either the stars or the wars. I don't know.
What's his power? What does he do? Like, what can he do? What's his...
Well, I know they all have...
What makes him different from the rest of the characters?
I know they all have them light up swords.
Sorry?
They all have them lightsabers. That's what they're called, aren't they?
Lightsabers.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. So what you're saying is what separates Emperor Lurtz from the rest of the Star Wars characters is he has a lightsaber.
Well, no, they all have them, but I didn't know there was any like magical powers.
Okay, well, if he did have magical powers,
Yeah.
excuse me, if he did have magical powers, what magical powers would he have?
Okay, I've just thought about this.
With Star Wars, the Force.
Yeah,
You
the
know, you
Force.
can pick stuff up and, throw it around.
Yeah.
And,
I
What can he
reckon-
do? What can he do?
I reckon he can charge up his lightsaber without plugging it in. They're like, I know these answers sound
So
silly.
Rich thinks that Emperor Lurtz's power in
Yeah.
Star Wars, by
Yeah.
the way, is
He can charge his lightsaber without
yeah,
plugging
he's
it
a
in.
walking fucking phone charger. I'm so sorry, I swore then.
Oh, I haven't even got a profanity button on my computer to edit that out. I'm sorry, Mum.
We'll bleep it. We will bleep it. But
One thing I want to say
he's
though.
a walking phone charger. This is how passionate I get about this though. He's this out of what? How many of these have we done?
What
This
podcast?
is the first time
about
I've
the
ever
7th or 8th?
sworn. This
Yeah,
is
I
the
know.
first time I've sworn.
Now I know my answers sound daft
Yeah.
and they sound stupid, but I genuinely have no idea what is the correct answer.
No.
I just want to say that again.
We've got one more.
Come on then.
We've got one more.
Oh,
Maybe
God.
we'll bring it back.
Did I get that one right? Is
Not
he from
at
Star
all.
Wars? He's not
Emperor
from Star
Lurtz
Wars.
is from Lord of the Rings. He kills Boromir and then gets killed himself. It's you just watched.
I've got to
film,
be
you know
honest.
these things.
I knew my answer wasn't right because I wouldn't have a clue, but I genuinely thought I'd got the right film.
You haven't got the right film yet.
Okay.
Perhaps. I think with this one you might.
This is the last one, right?
This is the last
Can
one.
we do that whole schoolboy playing football thing where it doesn't matter what the score is, last goal wins?
Yes.
If I
of
get this
course,
right,
of course.
I win the game.
You win the game.
Right, okay.
You win the game.
Do you remember doing that
Which
at
if there
school?
is no winner. Yeah.
That used to infuriate. It was
Okay.
always me that came up with that rule because my team was losing.
Mr. Filch.
Mr. Filch. Well, he's got to be Harry Potter
Okay.
with a name like that.
Yeah.
Mr. Filch.
Yeah. What does he do?
He's got to be a teacher with that other keep fit guy. Mr. Filch. We're going to need some music to fill that gap, aren't we? I reckon...
Some people call him Filch. Some people call him Mr. Filch.
Okay.
You know, he's a
What do
Filch.
his friends call him?
Johnny Boy. I have no idea.
Is that his real name?
He's Filch, Mr. Filch.
Okay. I reckon he... Oh, no. I tell you what I reckon he could be. I reckon he could be the janitor.
You're out of your mind. You already know this answer.
Is that right?
That is
No,
spot on.
Mate, I genuinely have no idea.
Ding, 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 ding. Mr. Filch is the janitor. Well,
swear
he's like
on
the
my-
creepy man janitor that just comes around and sees everything. He's a real creep.
I had no idea.
You got spot on. Last question. You absolutely nailed
That
it.
mean I win the game?
Annoyingly, yes. which really frustrates Jake.
I had no idea.
Because you were terrible
I know.
at that game.
I'm going to have to come up with a game like that for you.
Not only were you terrible, you got wrong film, wrong character, wrong film, and then somehow managed to pick out the last character, nail the film, and nail the... No.
You're done.
No, I'm done. Jake is out. 20 minutes, I'm done.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening. Let us know what you think. Give us a share, give us a like, and subscribe.
And Jews, for goodness sake.